Everything. And that's the other thing, too. We pay for everything. We take nothing for free. I don't take a free drink. I don't take a free plate of food. If people send us free stuff, I tip on top of it or I add it to the bill. We pay for everything.
How you do that.
Because nobody really thinks about that. And people assume that our advertisers, get a spot on the list. Or, they give you a free meal, so they're on the list. Nope. No.
So you're not in cahoots with any restaurant groups or anybody that pays money to 5280?
Nope.
You heard it here first. Probably not, actually. That's actually, you said that already. I read your, the backdrop on to how you do.
I was getting so many questions. Yeah, I thought I have to explain how this works. And so people know, because there was a lot of feedback like, you're bought and sold. No, I'm not. God damn it.
I think there's one proof in the pudding in that factor is because a restaurant that's been a staple in Denver for a long time, and we're pretty pissed off that it's not on the list.
Oh, which one?
And that's Casa Bonito. Because not only they kill it in the ambiance scene, but
you can't beat cliff diving.
It's live music.
Right.
And divers into a pool.
Would you say the food is good?
No, I've actually never eaten there.
Okay, well, eat there and then come back and tell me if you think the food is worthy of
give it a second
look.
That's all we ask.
You haven't been recently, is what you're saying, because they've gotten a new chef.
Okay.
I don't know that at all. I'm just making all this up.
And you know what? I honestly have not been there in a long time, so if there's a new chef, I will try. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to be picking a cliff diving, a cliff diving restaurant for the places I would send, the James Beard Committee if they ever asked me where to go.
Hey, this is a question and it's not on the rundown. You know the new place that's going out near the airport? The whole...
That huge
resort
community thing. Yeah, that place is huge.
Who's doing? Is Cisco? Is it just me Cisco food, or is there going to be some Dank restaurants out there?
There is a chef. I actually met him at a wine event not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and he made a wonderful dish. Actually, he made a very simple. No, he did. It was this really beautiful beef stew.
I love
some Brussels sprouts.
Actually, though, you're like surprisingly.
No, but you don't honestly think that a hotel room with I think there's 1,100 rooms in that hotel that would be making super wonderful food. You just don't, because that volume. That's just volume most people can't contend with. But I think he's a talented chef, and I don't know. I haven't been out to that space. They're opening soon. I think they're supposed to open in December, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's far off. And I remember reading that it's booked out for the full year for conventions, people that would otherwise.
But you know what hurts me about that, I gotta say, given everything we have going on in the mountains, are you gonna get off the plane, go there, and then just stay there and get back on the plane, and that's all you're gonna see?
That's my question.
I don't get that.
Do any touring?
You're not gonna even come into Denver. You're not gonna go to the mountains. You're not gonna I don't know.
I got one word.
I don't know.
Suit guys. They don't give a shit about that. They're business people. They just want to get out, make deals.
But then, why not? Why fly all the way to Denver just to, why?
Beats the hell out of me.
I don't know either.
At least take the train in, come taste. There's happens to be a great guide on, where you want to eat in town.
Well, but the magazine in general, I subscribed before I worked there. The minute we moved here, it's like New York Magazine, which I still get.
It gives you insider
knowledge. How do you live well in the city that you are in? These city magazines do that. Politics, sports, and education, and health, and food, and all that. You get to figure out how to do it right.
Some of those we touch on, and some we've learned that you can quickly ostracize yourself, or put yourself out there, and you may get kind of bit. So we've decided to stay away from politics and even sports, because most Denver teams are Denver football sucks. And that's pretty much it's a football town. So
it is.
We've stuck with the food and beverage, and no one has sent
and
us
music,
hurtful
right?
And music and the arts and outdoors, but we hadn't gotten any motherfucker emails yet. So we're stoked.
I'm a motherfucker, I guess. I don't know what else is there to say.
So now that the top 25 is done for this year. Going back to that question I asked you when you first got here, could you come up with maybe 5 words, adjectives, or a phrase that describes what this year's dining scene has accomplished?
Yep.
Came back around. That's well done by you.
And
it was smooth. And
after that question, we're going to parlay that into what are you excited about in 2019?
Okay. All right. I think pushing boundaries is what we did in 2018, and I love it. I absolutely love it. That we now do. We have these big names coming in from outside. We have new types of cuisines. We are, we're bringing new things to the table, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So I'm proud of the scene for pushing it. I hope that Denver diners come along. I mean, Morin is hopping right now.
Yeah.
So that's good to see. I mean, we have cool new things. Liberati. Do you know about Liberati over at 24th and Champa?
I do not.
It's fantastic. This Roman guy from Rome, Alex Liberati, came. He's making beers
Roman guy from Rome?
A Roman guy. I just didn't know. If you say a Roman guy, do people know that I mean
Spartans,
Rome, Italy?
soldiers?
Right.
Yeah.
No, he's a craft beer maker, but he's making beers and using wine grapes too. They're like beer wine hybrids. Plus he has his Roman chef here with him, and they're making amazing, super, super authentic, Roman and Italian food. Everything from the bread to the cheese to the gelato. It's just this really cool space, and it's huge. And I want people to go there.
Yeah, that's good. You stole my question. Is one of your sleeper favorites? And I feel
well, it's brand new, and I just don't think enough people are getting in there. It's a really good spot. So I like that. I'm really excited. 24th and Champa.
24th and Champa for our listeners at home.
Liberati. What am I excited about in 2019? I'm excited about a lot of things. I'm excited about more Israeli and more kind of Middle Eastern and North African flavors coming in.
Is that your
now I'm
jam?
blanking. Oh, it totally is. I
like
mean, small plates, meze, share everything on the table. I mean, who doesn't want to eat like that? I love that. I love that.
It's like tapas as well, and all those other small plates have become a fad. And for someone,
they've come and gone. They've been around forever. It's just,
I feel like everyone in
and
town
I like to try more things. I don't want just an appetizer and an entree if I don't have to. I want to play around and get like 10 things on the table, and everybody's taking a bite, and you get to experience more of what the kitchen can do. So that's fun. Why not do that?
You get a bit more culture that way.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what else I'm excited about? LaRue. So the people that are behind Cholon, which is right over at 16th and Blake.
Wait,
they're opening a really, it's kind of not similar to Morin, but a really elegant, beautiful European-style bistro is going to be right there next to Cholon. And next to that is going to be a Asian street food cafe with breakfast service, breakfast soup dumplings, and all sorts of whole dumpling.
Dumps at Cholon.
I know, they're amazing. They're going to have a breakfast version. They're going to have a whole dumpling program. I'm so excited.
See, what's funny is, like, I hear people who've gone to Cholon and they've loved it and stuff. But for some reason, there's never been a night where I've been thinking to myself, like, I really want to go check this place out. I don't know what it is about it.
What's the matter with you? I love that restaurant.
Right across from our office.
I love that restaurant.
I
and they do lunch too, and they have a great lunch. And it's a little bit more, chill, and you can sit on the patio. I think that place, their food is always, always delicious.
So one important question I have for you in 2019.
I'm excited about LaRue now, too.
It's going to be great.
There's like poster paper on the windows.
Yeah, the blue poster paper.
And I'm like,
it's coming. It's coming real soon.
If Cholon was like expanding, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
No, it's the same people, same chef and everything, but it's new. Yeah, because he has a French and a European trained background, so he's bringing some new things to town. It's going to be great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
just like a little bit of knowledge. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
He's so excited, you guys. Oh my God, you should see
I
him.
love that place.
One of the things like one of our previous guests, Kelly, talked about was this idea of a chef's counter.
Yes,
Coming to
Beckon.
Denver.
Another thing I'm excited about. Beckon.
So the question is,
and Wolf's Taylor, to be honest, talk about pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
Who comes up with an Italian, Japanese, fusion hybrid with an amazing fire pit patio and a great beverage program and whiskey highballs? I love that place.
We love the whiskey highballs.
Yeah.
It's the most creative
meal
I think I've ever had because and he said it on that episode, so we'll give Kelly his due. Great interview, but he said, he's like, just trust us. Like, there's no menu on the website because don't be that guy that's like, I want pasta, so I'm coming here expecting the Italian aspect of it. Come in here, ask them some questions. If you maybe have a food restriction, like if you hate mayonnaise or eggs, or if you don't, if
or
you're
potato
allergic.
Chips.
Yeah, or if you're weird.
Like a weirdo. Well, the thing with Wolf's Taylor is, it's meat on a stick, and it's pasta. It's noodles that are made in-house from grains they mill themselves. So, yeah, there might be ingredients or preparations you don't recognize, but the core of it is meat on a stick, and it is wonderful pastas, and, just trust. It's great.
So this trust issue is where I was going with the whole chef's counter. Because, do you think
that's a lot of trust.
Diners are ready for that?
I sure hope so.
I haven't been to one yet. I want to do one in New York with my sister. But it's just one of those things where You're going to invest money.
You are.
You don't know a thing about what you're going to get until you go.
The meal is in their hands, but there's really no better way to let a chef show you what they can do. So if you are an adventurous diner, I am sure you'll be able to sit down at Beckon and say, I don't like eggs, and unless there's like one course that they had planned that night that is all eggs, I bet you they'd still be able to come up with something else. Or if you have an allergy or whatever.
Yeah.
The other side of a chef's counter is they're going to take care of you. They're not going to have 200 customers a night. They're going to have 50 customers a night, and they're going to take care of you. I mean, that's what Duncan and Allison over there, that's their whole goal. They want to have an intimate conversation. They want to be right there talking to their diners, not, hidden away in the kitchen. It's going to be really exceptional. Is it going to be where you go on a Tuesday randomly, like, I'm hungry, what should I do? But a special occasion, it's going to be incredible.
And they worked with some of the best in hospitality in Colorado.
No question.
So
they're from Frosca.
Well.
Duncan has cooked, in Denmark and in Europe. I mean, how good is Call, right? Call took some getting used to, I think, for Denver. What is this place? Why is there all this food on the counter? Why don't you have a bigger menu? What's going on? Call is amazing. I love that place so much, and people are finally starting to get it, and they will get back in too. I have faith.
All right, the only other
enthusiasm. I mean, it's infectious. Like, I'm excited about it. I'll eat everything, and
except mayonnaise.
No, I'm just not a fan of mayonnaise, especially like when someone slathers it on a fucking sandwich and just ruins it, because it's just like, I enjoy the zest of like a vegetable as well as a little meat, and I'm a huge fan of bread. Love all breads. So when you just make it soggy with a shitty ass paste that's usually manufactured,
well, you don't feel strongly about this at all, do you?
I hate it.
But it makes a tomato and cheese sandwich.
Doesn't it?
Have a touch of mayo on there.
You must.
Your tomato and cheese sandwich.
Okay, can I tell you about an amazing sandwich I had yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday, Pony Up. You know Pony Up?
You're the second person in 2 days to tell me that.
Pony Up. I love everything at Pony Up, but their new turkey, Thanksgiving ode sandwich.
Turkey gravy.
It's like they talked to my mom and figured out all the flavors of my family's Thanksgiving. Our stuffing has sausage in it, all sage in the gravy, all of that, and they turned it into a pretty damn awesome sandwich. So everybody go to Pony Up and get that sandwich.
So shout out.
And they're open for lunch.
Yeah. They really. This is the second time. So Littman and I were at the Wayback with Schwartz, or the Juice, as he likes to be called. That's literally what he likes to call.
I have never heard that before.
His Instagram name is Juice, and it's spelled not like O.J. Simpson, but the other way.
I hope not. Yeah.
And when I found out, I couldn't stop laughing. He literally just said the same thing last night.
That sandwich is extraordinary. It is not easy to make a perfect sandwich, and they have like 6 of them on the menu. I love that place.
So, that's if you're a French dip guy, if you're not a French dip guy, if you're just a sandwich person in general, this seems to be the place. You just got 3 references in like 2 episodes.
That's because it's good.
Wild.
It's super good.
That's absolutely nuts. So that takes another question away of sleeper sandwiches. Damn it. Well done. You're just
Pony Up, baby.
We're getting figured out here.
Supposed to listen to a lot of our episodes.
You know where else I like for sandwiches? I keep interrupting. And I have to go to Science Fair kickoff night, as I have told you.
Science Fair.
I have to go to Science Fair kickoff night at my son's school.
You'll be all right.
But he is 8. But I don't know. I've never done a science project with a 3-year-old or an 8-year-old. Anyway, Il Porcellino off of Tennyson is one of my favorite sandwich spots in town.
That's where I get my ham hocks from.
Johnny that's running the show over there.
So great.
We've shouted out them a fair amount of times.
Because they're wonderful.
We met them at the Koshan event back in, I don't even remember.
When is that?
I know when that is too. Together
May?
eventually.
June? Something. It was
like
over the summer.
Saturday or Sunday when it was rainy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's in the summer.
But they're great people, and they stack those things mile high. And what I've noticed recently on Instagram is they're infusing their sausages when they're starting to, like, I guess, let them sit and chill, like with some really crazy shit in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to go look at their Instagram.
Juniper. They do one with juniper.
I love that one. It's a great salami.
It's world good.
It's freaking, I mean, it's wild. And they even have, for the Cajun in me, they have some spicier. They have the andouille. Maybe not sure about the gumbo, but the sausage itself is fire. So, and the sandwiches
are awesome.
Yep. All right, so sandwiches we've covered. We've got insider knowledge on restaurants that are popping up. It seems that our restaurant Casa Bonita will not be on the top 25 list on 2019.
I'm pretty confident it's not.
What the fuck? I thought you said you're trying out everybody.
I'm happy to go back, but let's just think about that for a second.
We'll treat
I'm
you.
going to take off what? I'm going to take
We owe you a
Tavernetta
dinner.
or maybe, Morin, if Morin is going to be on. I'm going to take one of them off and put Casa Bonita on. Now, that's a different list, right? Historic, classic.